I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. Tonight's matchup features two quarterbacks who will be trying to lead their team to victory. It's the Seahawks going up against the Cowboys. With that, we'll send you out to Arlington, Texas. Here's Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Larry, we find ourselves right in the center of the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex in Arlington and AT&T Stadium. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Seattle Seahawks and the Dallas Cowboys. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. First down, Wilson. And left side here, it's Graham. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. First carry for Thomas Rawls. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Earlier, partner, when discussing Russell Wilson, you said you think he's best when Seattle is running back centric. Is Thomas Rawls the centerpiece going forward there?
I think so because of what he did 2 seasons ago before he got hurt. Because he runs that offense the way they want it run. One cut, downhill, get upfield, and Thomas Rawls is perfect for that. If he stays healthy, that allows Russell Wilson now to throw the play action, to bootleg passes that really hurt other teams defensively.
And Rawls has youth on his side, just 23. They go again with Rawls. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. Now it's Wilson. They'll lock him with a grab over the middle. And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line. And it appears they'll go for it here on 4th down. A big call on the game's opening drive. Throwing is Wilson. He's got Curse. It's a gain of 5. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
Plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And the 8th play on this drive coming up. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Tyrone Crawford in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. From midfield now, here's Wilson. Complete outright to Curse. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
Prescott on first down. Drops it underneath to Elliott. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make it a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. There's the fullback now. It's Keith Smith. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Well, after that pickup of a first down, I think some of the defensive guys are going to be looking over their coordinator and saying that was not in the scouting report. That went against every tendency most teams have. You don't usually hand the ball to your big guy in that situation. Sometimes you catch them by surprise.
Here we go, Ohio!
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's got some space here. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
Partner, I know you call the play-by-play, but you know your ball. If I throw these numbers at you, all right, 6 yards shy of 2,000 of total yards from scrimmage for a rookie running back. What do you think?
Sounds like me in high school. It's really fascinating at what he was able to do. The thing for me, though, he did that as a rookie. Where do you go from here? I mean, can you keep going up from those numbers your sophomore campaign?
I think that you can. He's had examples of that preceding him in the NFL. Some guys who are in the Hall of Fame right now. Remember, he had 16 total touchdowns because it's not just his ability to run it. He can catch it out of the backfield as well. No one plays harder than this guy does, down in and down out. I think he's just going to keep getting better.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
That coach is always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Yeah, they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. It goes as a gain of 8. It moves the chains. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
Ohio! Back! Ohio! Let's go!
They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. Tackle made by Deshaun Shedd.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Let's go!
Prescott now on 2nd down. It's caught on the right side. Williams. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position. On
2nd down, Elliott. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Come on, let's go. Red 38. Red 38.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. His pass caught at the 4. They didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. And now what they want to see here, he's still down on the field. Obviously such an important part of their passing game, and the training staff, they're going to have to attend to it. And the seemingly endless drive continues. Shift together here from the D-line. 1st and goal, they'll look to smash it in. Maybe a quarterback sneak here. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott punching it in from a yard away. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. 2nd and 10 now, Wilson. It's caught, Lockett. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Oh, and the defender took some liberties there with a late hit, roughing the passer.
The league has done a great job of defining what is a late hit and illegal contact on a quarterback. The defenders really have to get in line.
Wilson, it's complete to Lockett. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll make it 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And he's brought down. You know, Charles, for Graham, so much concern early in the season about whether he'd be ready to play this year, what would happen recovering from the tendon. Not only was he ready, he played every game this season for Seattle.
And it wasn't just the injury concern with Jimmy Graham. It's how Seattle runs their offense. Remember, when he was in New Orleans, he could expect a ton of passes to come his way. But in Seattle, that number was going to be reduced. Would he be able to maximize what they were going to throw in his direction? And he certainly did this year, 65 catches.
65 catches, just shy of 1,000 yards, 6 touchdowns, too. And he's brought down. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. So the D-line's going to spread out. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Wilson snags it left side. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
On 2nd down, Rawls. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Now Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
And Hauschka's kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So they were able to move the ball into the red zone, but they'll wind up coming away with just 3.
Yeah, 32-yarder. That's equal to an extra point nowadays, and those are no problem for an NFL kicker.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. One receiver left, 3 to the right. A second down throw for Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. It's the Pro Bowl quarterback, Richard Sherman. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. So we've got a 2nd and 5. They'll come out in the pistol. On second down, Wilson. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Sean Lee in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now it's Wilson. He's got Curse. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there of 22. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Wilson. And his throw here's incomplete. The intended target, Doug Baldwin. And now it's second down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or 2 in and bats it away.
2nd and 10 now. Wilson. Complete. Richardson has it. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
I spy a couple of extra defensive backs on the field for Dallas.
Cowboys in the dime on 3rd. And Graham's got it over the middle. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Here's Wilson to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Throwing again here, Wilson. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
we're not playing 3 yards in the cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And they're going to speed things up here. Again, it's Elliott. And he's got room. And this will go for 5 up to the 33. Defensively, the tackle by Cam Chancellor.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
And they're just a couple of yards shy of a first down here on third down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. A give to the fullback on the dive. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Football's such a game of tendencies, down and distance, and on 3rd and inches, 3rd and 1. You think, yeah, the fullback's probably going to get the ball, but when you get to 3rd and 2, most of the time that's either the running back or a pass play. So that's a nice tendency breaker by the offensive team there. Hand it to their big guy to pick up a first down.
And Bryant's got it over the middle. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. Everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackle was there right away for a loss of yardage.
A pickup of 5 that time and a first down. And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
And fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run. At halftime, you had to feel like the defense had to be in a good position. They had to feel good about themselves. They'd had this guy boxed in all game long, but after that run, that might be the breakthrough that he's looking for. Now they may have some difficulty dealing with him the rest of today.
Time running out here on the play clock. Now flags, and we're going to get a delay of game. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And that'll be incomplete. Jeff Swain, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. Prescott now on second down. Looking for his tight end, Witten, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
On second down, Wilson. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Now it's Wilson. And he finds his tight end, Graham. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Back now in Arlington. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. Now Wilson on first down. And left side here, it's Graham. And he's brought down. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
First down, this is Rawls. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. And in this situation with the lead, 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Back to the ground attack. It's Rawls. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, He's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more...
Oh, no, he lost the football, and the Cowboys have recovered.
I know you're looking at the scoreboard clock. We're getting near the end of this game, but they bring what was really called 4-minute offense, and that's practice, meaning taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. The bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it, a costly turnover. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Shedd. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis.
And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. So they're leading. They have possession of the football, and certainly this is where they just want to milk the clock. Here's Wilson, and Graham's got it over the middle. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. Here's Wilson. It's caught. Lockett. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. And 3 full yards here for the offense to get on 3rd down. From midfield now, here's Wilson. And he's got Lockett. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a 1st down. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the 1st. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage. We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
2nd down now after the incompletion. Oh, Wilson's going to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. The grab made by Curse over the middle. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
They didn't get the 1st down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the 1st. And this one is right through. And that will push the lead up to 12-7. Maybe an anxious moment or two when the ball was on its way, but he does find a way to curl it in.
Oh, yeah. That one definitely hugged the left upright, but he got it to go.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They have time here, partner, for just one final heave.
And I have to look at it from the defense's perspective here. We know what they're going to do on offense. The Hail Mary, try and get guys down there and throw it in the end zone, tip it around and catch it. You've got to have guys back there to defend that, but also you can't allow the quarterback as much time as he wants to set up and throw it. Maybe you bring a little extra pressure to make sure he gets rid of it quicker.
A little bit of a cat and mouse game. We'll see if they bring that pressure. Back to throw. He's got the connection to Cole Beasley. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle.
Left field, call it. Babe Ruth, ball it. Your boyfriend's got a cauliflower, and I'm a... So sue me. Who you, Judge Judy? Stacking the rubies. If life was a movie, then you could just call me the Goonies. You're not relevant. Trolling on the internet. No respect. Haven't moved out of your parents' basement yet. Big neck. Coming with the beat that's gonna break your neck. You can hear me now. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? If you like it loud, we can make it loud. Can you hold it down? 'Cause we can hold it down. Yeah, you can hear me now. Coming to your city, sending bass into your earlobes, like your bleached out hairdos.
Everybody, I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. As we head towards kickoff, two quarterbacks will be on the field today trying to push their teams to victory. It's the Cowboys going up against the Broncos. So let's get you out to Denver for the call of our game. Here are Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Thank you very much, Larry. We are here on a beautiful afternoon for football. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Dallas Cowboys and the Denver Broncos. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. They come out here in the eye. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
Well, on that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
And this one caught by Dez Bryant. A glance back at 2016 for Dez Bryant. 50 receptions, under 800 yards, had 8 touchdowns. What do you make of the season that Dez had?
Well, remember, it started with Dez injured, so it took a little while for him to get started. I'm going to make a bold prediction for you. Would not shock me at all if he doubled his catch number next year and darn near doubled his receiving yardage total. Because if he's healthy all year long, they're going to want to take some pressure off of the run game themselves, And Dak Prescott in his second season should be that much more confident throwing it downfield.
Here's Prescott. He completes it to Bryant. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains. And really, it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. They go to Elliott again. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. And a look at the offense that is hoping to put some points up in bunches here in this one. Well, they brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first.
And how about that on 3rd down? So many different directions an offense can go. Throw it out wide to the receivers, get it to their speedy running back. They changed up everything and handed it to the fullback, and he surprised them all and picked up a 1st down.
On the give, this is their fullback. And they'll stop him right on the midfield stripe. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. And here's a look at the defense for Denver.
Brandon Marshall, no, not the wide receiver, a quality linebacker who can cover very well.
Prescott now from the 50. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short. They run to the fullback, Smith. He needed 2. He got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
Let's give credit to the defense. They got plenty of bodies to the point of attack and stuff the run. I just wonder if the offensive line let down a little bit, knowing that the big guy was getting the ball, and he's expected him to pick up a 1st.
And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. The inaugural carry for Darren McFadden. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Play clock winding down. Prescott now. He hits Beasley right side. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. And a good sign for them right now to have their young quarterback looking confident on the opening drive.
Now, we haven't met a young quarterback, a veteran quarterback. It doesn't matter. We haven't met a quarterback yet that doesn't tell us he's confident about his abilities, right?
That's true.
But when you're young, it's really important to get off to a good start because it does build up that confidence and allows him to play better as the game goes on.
Especially crucial here on the road. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field.
3rd and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
Expecting pass. Prescott to throw it. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down, and that's what he just did.
Now back to the ground with Elliott, and he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense.
Here we go.
A 1st down throw for Prescott. Drops it underneath to Elliott. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And so far, a very nice, methodical opening drive.
This has the feel of a scripted drive that they rehearsed perfectly all week long, and now they're executing it on game day.
Script looks good so far. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. This opening drive has taken them to the 2, but now they come up on a 3rd and goal. The play clock's running down. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
It's amazing how much advice defensive players get on 3rd down. You hear the bench screaming out, watch the draw.
And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. It's the fullback taking it in. And the Cowboys take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Dan Bailey now for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. Simeon on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. David Irving coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12.
Leopard! All right, here we go. Green, 30.
A play fake to Anderson. It's Simeon. And he will find his man for the first time, Demaryius Thomas.
Well, the bad news, the Denver Broncos didn't make the playoffs, but the good news for Demaryius Thomas, he was over 1,000 yards again as a receiver.
6th straight year he's done that, but yards per catch and touchdowns down a little bit. Any of that due to the change at quarterback?
Think about it. For him now, in the last 2 seasons, he's had to get used to 4 different quarterbacks throwing him the football. I think that yards per catch will go back up when he gets some consistency. And there's a completion to the tight end, and look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Simeon now to throw. And Green with a catch right side. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Now a 1st down throw, Simeon. Sanders has it over the middle. Sanders, the former SMU product, had 79 catches last year, over 1,000 yards, 5 touchdowns. They're going to need more of him in Denver if they want to get back into the playoffs.
Part of a great tandem, he and Demaryius Thomas. And Demaryius plays out wide. He's one of those guys that you send him out there and let him work one-on-one and use his big body and his big frame to get open. Manuel Sanders, he has the ability to work inside as well. And he's not just quick, he's also fast. And he's dependable for a quarterback because a lot of the routes he runs are right in the sight line. Easy throws for a QB.
This will be play number 8 on the drive. It's 3rd and goal.
Now let's go, Detroit! Detroit! Now let's go!
Now Simeon on 3rd and goal. This will be caught at about the 6. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now Brandon McManus for the Bronco field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And McManus able to put it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Well, at least they won't take a goose egg into intermission as they do carve out 3 points here in the waning moments of quarter number 2.
Yeah, it hasn't really been the greatest of first halves. They've looked out of sync, especially on the offensive side of the ball. But a field goal here at least gives them some momentum as we tick down toward halftime.
So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. On the left side, he finds Beasley. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Now Prescott. And this will be incomplete. All right, different topic here. 2018, the Super Bowl, traveling north, far north to Minneapolis. Early predictions for that one. Who you got?
Well, you know, everyone's still waiting in the NFL for a home team to play in its home stadium, right? So could the Vikings be that team? I'll start in the NFC, and I'm going to say no. I think Seattle starting to get near that maybe last run with their defense. Earl Thomas returns. I like Seattle coming out of the NFC. How about you?
Well, I'm actually going to take a Dallas Cowboys NFC title run. I think that they came so close this year, probably most talented going into next year.
I like that one. Well, in the AFC, I'm going to go with a team that if they improve their defense and their quarterback stays healthy, they could be that team, the Oakland Raiders.
Okay, I'm going dark horse. Cleveland Browns. Let's go.
Hey, from worst to first.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's caught inside the 35. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. They'll come out in the pistol. On 1st and 10, Prescott. He's going to go up top again. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone. Dez Bryant, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
When teams take shots at the end zone, you've got to defend it the same way you would defend the first down sticks. You defend the goal line exactly the same way. They can't cross that. You played through the receivers. And on that play, that's exactly what they did and batted it away.
Throwing again, Prescott on 2nd and 10. And Beasley with it over the middle. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And unless Unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Just go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. On 1st and 10, Simeon. A dump off to Anderson. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Call it a gain of 3. And that'll make this a second down. And quickly, they get to the line. On 2nd down, Anderson. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. 1st level defensive line, 2nd level linebackers, 3rd level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a 1st level run, and it was stopped by a 2nd level player.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Roughing the pass here, but Charles, that's a good call. But these days, you know quarterbacks, they're very protective.
We know how protected they are, and if it's anything borderline, they're going to get the call. But as a defender, that's hard to swallow sometimes because there's so many of these bang-bang plays.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. 10 yards still left on 2nd down.
And he still doesn't have a catch. We're into the second half. I think it's a little bit of a surprise to me, but that was one he should have caught.
Absolutely. That was his best opportunity right there. He dropped it. Now it's Simeon. Green with a catch left side. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Quick pass play there on the slant, Charles. Works out well for the offense.
The offense loves it. The defender hates it. Hard to get through the body of the receiver to get to the football trying to cover a slant.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Now Simeon. His throw caught right around the 6. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Benny Fowler from 19 yards away. And the Broncos have taken the lead. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
11 yards on the pickup. And it'll be a Dallas first down. And now they're in the hurry-up. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
And the offense moving quickly to the line.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field. One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Prescott now. This will be caught just inside the 10. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up first and goal.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
They'll run. McFadden. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Darren McFadden taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Cowboys have retaken the lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And last year that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25. So the Broncos coming out now. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Back to the air, Simeon on second down. His throw incomplete. He was looking for Jordan Norwood that time. And that'll make it 3rd down. So a 2nd down incompletion now brings up 3rd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Back there, Philly. Here we go.
Throwing on 3rd down, Simeon. Got him in. He finds Sanders. 18 yards there and a 1st down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
It's a gain of 14 there, and it'll be 1st down Denver.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body.
Oh, wide open, complete, and all the way home for a Broncos score. Benny Fowler with now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter, and the Broncos have once again taken the lead. And he'll bang that one through. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction. direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
And they're going to speed things up here.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle. Back now at the home of the champs, Sports Authority Field in Denver. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point, just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Now third down, less than a yard. They've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
And while it didn't work very well on that play, defenders on third and short know it's going to be a quick read. And really, the quarterback's just going to turn around and hand it off. So that way, you're able to diagnose the play and try and get to the point of attack. But when you're dealing with a fullback, it's hard to knock him backwards.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Second down following the run.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down. You're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. It's the linebacker, Brandon Marshall, there on the tackle.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. And now it's a 3rd and 4 situation for the offense. Throwing, Prescott. Drops it underneath to Elliott. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
That play was well covered, just tried to check it down. Unfortunately, not able to find any yardage on that one.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Looking to throw. Prescott. He completes it to Bryant. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
I remember in pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Yeah, even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. There were a couple holes there, partner. Was that zone coverage?
That's exactly what it was, Brandon. When you see man-to-man, that defense...
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. The offense certainly looking to score some points, but they also need ball security here late as we get down to the final moments of this one. Here's Prescott. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And,